Okay, so this is the last video I'll probably shoot today on this feature that I'm building into SuperLoser and K2, and I'm just going to run you through it real quick. So what we have, I'm going to generate, let's get rid of this DBMS output. We're going to run this. This would be an email that, say, gets generated and emailed to a user. And what we want them to do is to be able to enter data. So just by clicking a link. So this would be the link or the URL for the link that they click, and we're going to go right to there, copy that, come up here. I'm actually going to log out, and this does not rely on any other auto login feature. So just to show you that, I'm going to log in without. This is going to clear the ability to do auto logins and log back out again. And then we're going to paste this up here. This works in a private window too. It takes too long to load from my internet connection here at home. So you can see it's basically passing a token in, a weight, and a record date, and we're going to update it. So let's just change this to, so we can see it change 202. I'm going to hit return, and you can see it logged me in and set my weight to 202. It could be a little confusing to a user because they might think they need to resubmit it, but they don't. So let's show you how that's working. So as far as the email generation goes, that happens here. We're getting the message body, getting a starting weight and a current weight, looping through it, adding 0.1 pounds each time, and generating a link for each one. And we're using Apex get URL to generate those links, and we're grabbing a new token. Where's our token? Our auth token, right here. So we're generating a new token, which puts a token in the SAS auth token table, and setting some attributes for it, and then we're embedding that token as a variable, and this is all going to direct to page number 6. Page 6 will process this and redirect to the record page. So let's go look at page 6 here. So here's our submit weight page, and it comes up. So all we have on this page, come on. All we have on this page are these 3 hidden text boxes with the names need to match the variables. And we have a before header process. So these do appear to get set before the header, which is good. And then we're doing this, if the SAS auth token is valid, then we're going to record weight using link and pass in those values. We're going to convert weight to a number and the date to a date. Pass in the auth token. So this is some custom code in the app that will use the auth token to figure out what user this is and potentially log them in. And if it's not valid, we're going to raise an error. It says the link you clicked may have expired, and we'll get an ugly error on this page. That could all be improved. We have a branch to go to page 3. Now, if we raise that error, it doesn't branch. Don't know if I can change that to, if I wanted to branch on an error, I'm not sure how to do that exactly. Anyway, so that's how the page processes it. Let's look at some of the code in our auth code here. So, no, actually, let's look at let's look at the auth code so you can see how this kind of works. So this would work with whatever you wanted to integrate it with too. When I push it out, sync it to K2. I haven't done that yet. But in the SAS auth schema, we've added the SAS auth token table, and then we have is auth token auto login enabled. So this is just checking to see if you've enabled auto login with the token. If so, it returns true. It assumes the token is validated already. Use the auth token just increases the use count. So that's kind of manual now. You need to remember to do that whenever you use an auth token. Get user ID just derives the user ID from the auth token and returns it. And again, that assumes the token should be valid because that's actually a bug right there. And expires at is null, or so kind of assumes it's valid. And then is valid auth token actually needs to be checked to see if it's a valid auth token before you do anything. Get a new auth token. This is the code that generates a new auth token and returns it. And that's pretty much all that. Let's go look at the application code, SAS app package body. So here's our record wait using link. So this gets called if the auth token was good. We do pass the token in, and we don't revalidate it, but we do get our username and user ID using those APIs, using that auth token API, and then using another API. This is just the standard record wait call, and then we check to see if auto login is enabled, and then we call this to log the user in, fire the login event. This probably all needs to be refactored and moved into a call that's just exposed from SAS auth. I've done this a couple times, and usually it's done within SAS auth. This is the first time it's not done in SAS auth, so I need to just wrap that into a call, because we really don't want to be firing this. We shouldn't be responsible here for firing the onLogin event. That's just part of SAS auth. It should be internal. So I had to expose that to call that. We increment the use auth token, and then we add a flash message to the session, which this didn't work. And I think that's because the session ID changes when it auto logs you in or something, but it didn't show up. Should have showed up, but didn't show up. And that might also be something to do with I might have broke that. So those are all things we're going to fix. But the gist of it is this is a process I can use for a lot of other things where I want to create a link, and the link will link to a page. It's going to be really easy to just copy this page right here, change the values, change the code that runs, and you basically are running code from a authorized link. So lots of possibilities there, and usually you're going to be sending those links in a text message or an email. So that's it. I'll polish this up a little bit. I'm going to do a Super Loser IO weight loss update here, and then I'm actually going to go do some exercise of the day so I stay on track. All right, thanks for watching.